Do I believe in ghosts? Yes, definitely. I do. In my time, I've had a few weird things happen. When I had a one-bedroom studio apartment, and the bedroom is way upstairs in the loft, and I was sleeping one night, and all of a sudden, like a smoke came up from, I guess, down at the bottom of where the kitchen area is in the living room, and it came up to where the bedroom, and I just, like, freaked me out. And it's like I was just trying to, like, say to myself, whatever it is, you know, if it wanted to hurt me, it would, but it didn't. So at that point, I believe that there's something going on, but whatever it is, it's not out to harm anybody. So that's my feeling about it.
I don't believe in ghosts whatsoever. For me, there has to be a scientific reason behind it. You know, it can't be scientifically proven that ghosts actually exist. So
Do I believe in ghosts? Of course I believe in ghosts. Boy, I could tell you some story to make the hair stand up on the back of your neck. Do you know that spirits are so strong when you approach them? You can actually feel it in your chest. It's really, really cold in the room. So all the movies that you've seen, that is really true. I know because I have experienced this.
I believe in ghosts, but I do believe there are things that you can explain, like feeling you get when you're in a room and there's something, but I don't think there are really ghosts shimmering around.
I believe that they aren't ghosts. I think that they're images and sounds that people pick up on, and I think that it is explained due to a theory that time is not linear, it doesn't go in a line. So if time is cyclical or spirals, it repeats itself, and so things from the past can come back. And I think that it's a bridge between different spots in time and not necessarily ghosts coming for something unresolved in their past life.
That's not ghosts, but I've had friends who feel they have, and so I am open to the idea of ghosts. I'm not definitely sure they exist, but I'm not definitely.
I never experienced something which I couldn't understand or which was scientifically proven, so I don't believe in it.
I mean, I'm realistic. I'm more of a science kind of guy, and I don't believe in ghosts. I think once you're dead, it's over, and yeah, nothing happens.
Ghost, a supposed spirit remaining after death. The supposed spirit of somebody who has died, believed to be appeared as a shadowy form or to cause sounds, the movement of objects, or a frightening atmosphere in the place.
Walking through a party in the county jail. The prison band was there and they began to wail. The band was jumping and the drum began to swing. You should have heard this knocked out jailbird singing.
1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock.
The Hollywood Roosevelt was opened in 1927 and was from the beginning designed to serve the new movie industry as a luxury hotel and home to the most prestige movie stars of the day. Montgomery Clift has stayed in room 928 for 3 months in 1952 while filming From Here to Eternity. After the hotel was renovated and brought up to snuff, a strong presence was felt in and around the old room 928. His ghost has come back for an extended stay, and his apparition has been seen pacing the hallways of the 9th floor. He's also practiced his trumpet in the hallways. Maids have felt cold brushes by them, felt a presence watching them, or felt a presence walk beside them.
Pero la verdad, a mí nunca me han espantado.
¿Cómo qué tipo de comentarios?
Que sí han asustado más de alguna lady, pero en realidad yo sí no he visto nada.
So it was like maybe a year and a half ago. We're standing at the door. The guy you saw me talking to, it was about 3:30. We had just started the shift, and we're standing there, and on the radios we hear like this girl screaming. Like I said, I didn't see anything, but I was actually here, so this isn't hearsay. So I hear somebody like screaming, like, "Oh my God, somebody!" Like it sounded like somebody was getting stabbed, right? So immediately I freak out. I'm like, what was that? So they're like, well, where are you? She's like, I'm in room 213. So me and the other bellman run over to 213, and we were the first ones there. So we get there, and it was one of the girls from the front desk. She's in front of the door, and I saw this one. She's in front of the door like a newborn baby, just hysterical, like freaking out, right? So I'm like, what the? I'm thinking because it was like summertime and like the pool was crowded and people were drinking. I thought maybe somebody like maybe grabbed her bottom or something. You know what I mean? So I was like, man, I hope nobody like grabbed her butt or something. So I'm like, what happened? What happened? Because copy that. Because I never know what to say to people in those situations to like calm them down. So by that time, like security and the two managers come up and they're like, you got to tell us what happened. And she's like, like hyperventilating almost. So then security like, are they still in the room? They run in the room and they come back out. The room's all clear. You got to calm down and tell us what happened. And I'm standing right there looking at her. She's like, it was a ghost. And I'm like, what the what? So the manager goes, Brian, go back downstairs. Don't tell anybody. But like everybody saw security like calming her and walking her to the thing. So by the end of the day, like everybody's like, wow, that girl was freaking out. She said she saw a ghost and I didn't know her super well, but she seemed normal. Like anytime we were on break at the same time or anything like that, we would have the conversation like, hey, blah blah blah. And she didn't seem like crazy or anything. So like about a week later, she wound up quitting, right? But she put in a notice, and then copy that check-in. She put in her notice, and then like maybe a week later, it was on a Wednesday, I was working that night, and she's like, yeah, it was her last night. She's like, yeah, I still feel kind of weird. You mind walking me to the parking lot? But to the parking garage. In my mind, I was like, perfect. One-on-one, I can ask her what happened. So we're walking. I'm like, look, I was here that night, me and Brian, we saw you. I gotta ask. Everybody's talking about it. What happened? What did you see? And then she stops and turns. She's like looking right at me. She goes, well, I'll tell you what I saw. And I know it sounds crazy. If somebody told me what I'm going to tell you, I would think they were crazy. But I know what I saw. And I was like, what did you see? So she said, I was walking a room. And what that is before they can rent out a room, somebody has to go in and make sure that housekeeping, So I was walking a room. And when you walk into a room and you feel like someone's there but you don't see anything? I'm like, yeah. She said, well, that's how I felt. But no, the room was empty, so it was cool. So I finished. I'm walking out. And Will, as clear as I'm looking at you, this is her words, like, because I committed it to memory. She said, I turned around, and right as I'm about to walk out the door, she said, floating in front of me, there was a severed head that was like black and blue, like it was like a beaten black and blue. She said the eyes, ears, and throat were all bleeding. It was just hovering in front of me. I freaked out. I was crippled. I was like paralyzed with fear. Only thing I could do was get outside the door and just collapse. I didn't have, it just took everything I had just to get out of the room. And I'm like looking dead in her eyes, like, is this chick on drugs or with her story? Like, you know what I mean? Like, she's freaking out. But my radars were up, and I didn't detect anything. Like I said, I didn't see it, but I do believe that she believed it. You know what I mean? So I'm like, for real, that's crazy. And then looking at her, she's like, I know it sounds crazy. Then she said, like, her boyfriend had, like, scheduled some therapy appointments for her to figure out, get to the bottom of it and all that stuff. So, yeah. And like I said, I didn't see anything, but I was here where there was a sighting. So, and like I said, I believe she believed it. So, I hope that was helpful.